speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Face the issue, stand up, people. The future is now, not stories of old. We teach our light on the radio, making voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Politicians talk, but the people want proof. No more empty promise, we can find the truth. Every person on the game, jobs for the youth. Let the leaders answer, let them show the truth. From the 15 counties, every citizen matter, no one escapes. This now the country, we all gotta say, face the issues now, don't delay. Talk your mind, stand your ground. Let the truth come out loud, make it shake the town. Face the issues, no more silence. We bury our rising, we're making it proud. Colin, speak up, your voice matters. This is more than a show. It's a movement.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
They will see the election, they will not lie. Because if you do it, it's the end of the story.
The government, all the ministers that in the government is that. They don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. Is Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Antonin April Godson William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. United Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated everyone said that they put a crack away. Everybody can say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the facts in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
We are seeing a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the established hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peace facilities. While millions have been spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing, and Liberia is paying the price. For citizens, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing, and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on citizens. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Bruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Shasta, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us play our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I'm so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, Nelson Mandela stand in the quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. I believe we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
Supreme Court on the petition of writ of prohibition to prohibit the conduct of the judge. That does not mean we are discrediting the judge. No. First, we want to appreciate him, the manner and form he conducted the trial. This was a seriously, legally charged and intellectually engaging trial that he was able to manage it by the techniques and tactics of courtroom management to the extent that the case ended. To see the judge now, that we know will honor the caliber of lawyers that were before him, including a former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, including a former judge of the ECOWAS Court, who was a lawyer before him, to conduct that trial in the manner and form for us to reach to the conclusion of that case against Hassel. But this post-disbandment of the jury investigation is ultra-virus, is illegal, is in violation of the law. And we don't want to believe that it is the judge that we know in the case. So that is what we have done today. There is a petition that has been filed today, and there is a stay order on that investigation, and we'll go to the Supreme Court to give our case. We have the laws in our favor. The laws are there. We just want to inform you. We're not fighting to influence any decision, but to inform you as to the developments that are unfolded there today and are unfolded. The next thing is this. These three jurors were asked in court, is this your verdict? The judge on every occasion in the trial told them, when you have any issue with anything that happened there, in the open court, tell me so we can address it. They said we have no issue. And we understand why all of these things are happening. Most of these jurors are public servants. We understand, we get intelligence that people are pressurizing these jurors in the places they work, and their jobs are under threat. And we don't believe in that investigation that are unfolding because it is an attempt to influence people over there to lie on people and for people to run with it as a propaganda machinery. The law is the law. The old age tradition of our country have said from almost 200 years on the existence of this country, from 1816 to present, in our jurisprudence, they said once the jurors have dispersed and resumed private status, recall becomes constitutionally dangerous and legally improper. In which case is that Death versus Belden, 579-2S40 in 2016, U.S. Supreme Court opinion. There are other opinions. There is an opinion in Liberia here where the Liberian Supreme Court said when the juror has returned a verdict of acquittal and there is a complaint of jury tampering, the judge should not disband the jury. Let us not say the gap there. When they return the verdict, they acquitted the man, but they are not yet disbanded. They stay under the jurisdiction of the court because everybody in open court. And a party makes an application to the court of jury tampering. The judge will stop that whole proceeding and conduct an investigation. That is the law. But when there is no complaint, while the jury have been pulled and then the verdict have been recorded and the parties have given thanks to the juror and they disbanded the juror and they go into their private life, you cannot, because it is issue of jurisdiction. The authority to call a jury about a proceeding in a February term of court is an issue of jurisdiction. The judge president has no jurisdiction to review a proceeding of the last term, February term. He has no jurisdiction. He's a fine gentleman. He's a fine judge, smart judge, eloquent judge. But in this one, he's in error. He's in error. This is not with any disrespect to him. We appreciate him. We really admire him with the manner and form that he conducted the trial. And he did his work. And then attempt for somebody to come and impress on the court to revise a litigation that has gone through due process consistent with the Constitution and calling for an investigation is an attempt to even ask the judge to undermine his own decision. And we as arm of the court will not allow that to sit here. And that's why we went to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court speak. We don't want favor from the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court must look at the law. That's what we want. And that's what the Supreme Court is all about. The law. Go and look at the law. They will look at the law and say, oh, yes, this is the law. And yeah, no, this is not the law. Finish. So that is what we call you for. And so on that basis, we want to say to you that we have filed a petition for the issuance of the writ of prohibition before the Honorable Supreme Court. And that there is a stay order on the investigation.
He sent for us. We have written on a particular time we should come. And while on our way, we have reached out to take us before somewhere in there to communicate before station room or meeting. Right in the cap of the city. Orderly in the professional investigation will be calling the party, calling the former official, calling them give deference and respect to them. You know, I got to say, you are not prepared for us, and you want to call us. And so I I know it is an attempt to just demoralize the former finance minister, keeping all that you're working the wrong way or working with, and when you're ready to fight. They are going back. If the chairman is ready this time, he will write on again, and when he does that, this time we come again, he does the same thing, and they are not, in fact, taking on to the investigation with the
This is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. We cannot change the laws because of Samuel 12. We can't do that. The country will stay. We will go. We need to be reminded by history. There were powerful people in this country. Some of who were done just to saw people, men that we saw in this land. Setting that thing, we saw them. Never stop. Government will come in, change the law. This is the question. Imagine immediately after the president, the next another criminal investigation. You don't have to be a politician or a political scientist to understand that this is not official. In other words, and we listen to some practitioners even at a party they find out. They say even if they get authorized to go to somebody, standing agency, your duty is to follow up with that standing agency and punishment. Is that the authority of law? Minister of Finance? No, the Minister of Finance. His authority is to spend the money, and when you spend the money, you must have the authorized authority. Who is responsible? The spending agency will when somebody tells me that because the finance minister authorized expenditure and you are going to make a follow-up, you kidding me? The finance minister of the country? This is not good for our democracy. For those who don't know, who are actors in our body politics, some of them will not hear what we're saying. Body brings conflict. We must not repeat the history, the wrongs of the past. The people who repeat the wrong of the past that caused the problem. And many actors, some of them were police of the press. They don't understand the 40 years of 1990 president. The catastrophe that we experience. So the people who are all around insulting people, you speak as a librarian, when you are a citizen, it's your right to speak. Some of them were insulting breast milk. So when you say something, instead of them to listen and learn, they refuse. But history tells us that history is a lot of science. Political actors can be people who must digest history. Because if you don't understand your history, when you're making political decisions, you have problems in your public policy decisions. So to be a public policy administrator, you must be somebody who understands the raw material for political science. And that raw material is history. And so you must know what went wrong. Where are we? Where do we intend to go? This decision is a revisitation of the factors of the dark ages of Liberia. And this is wrong. To weaponize a legal process simply because of a political agenda is counterproductive to the future of our country. People are following us. International actors are following us. Some people are operating, they don't understand. When you leave from here now, you start pressurizing people who are served at Europe, you go and go do something. You go rest something. You make sure you lie on the person. What is that? What is that? That this process is illegal. Samuel 12 is a free man. The fact that the verdict speaks to it. And the jury returned that day with a not guilty verdict. And the judge himself in open court declared that you are not guilty. And henceforth, leave from the prisoner bench and walk. You are a free man. Samuel 12 is a free man, along with Moses Cooper. And when we told the jurors that day in the final argument that today we start at the beginning of the documentation of the check and balance of our democracy to determine whether or not we go back or we retrospect or regress to our dark days, or you put in a check and balance on powerful power or powerful executive that will manipulate a political process under the disguise of legal proceedings. And we told them That when you make that decision to free the defendants, we know when you walk out there, the country will be rejoicing even up into the money, and it came to pass. You think this is a joke? This is history. We call it the opportunity of history unfolding itself. The jury has spoken. The people have spoken. There can be no whims and caprices, naked brute forces that can overturn, or direct the decision of the unanimous, of the voluntary verdict returned by the trial.
No, the Supreme Court have been serving people on a horse. The marshal know how to serve people. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to serve people, it's up to them. You think that we are here? Let Joseph Boakai point the country. Joseph Boakai does not own this country. This country is owned by the Nigerian. Joseph Boakai, please read the road, Gospel. I'm going to go. Joseph Boakai has decided to rob this country. Joseph Boakai is a common criminal, and he thinks he was for the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to serve people. It's up to them. The Supreme Court, look, my lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When it reached the full bench, not the full bench on there as I do here.
The justice in chambers told your lawyers that the justice in chambers told your lawyers that you should have impressed your legal team with the rules. So
I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. The court is starting to do the work of the court. This court have been serving the house. This court, this Supreme Court have been serving the house. And it's today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the house. It's up to them. When the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Boakai have lost control before the full bench. So until the full bench can listen to this matter and make a determination,
they just said even though the returns shows that it was properly, served, but it can be challenged for not following the procedures. And you as lawyers of the respondent should have, in collaboration with the respondent, know the rules of the house as to whom to serve. Do you think you followed the procedures of the that as said by the explanation?
And so that is the reason why we took exception to the Chief Justice ruling. We disagree with the ruling, right? It is not our responsibility to serve precepts on another branch of government, but rather that is the responsibility of the office of the marshal, right? This body, this branch of government have been involved in cases where they have served precepts on that branch of government, and if they have done it properly, why this time around they need to do it properly, assuming that was the case.
So you're saying that the marshal should have done the work and not you?
Well, we took exception to whatever because the house, the lower house, this is the house there, they have reason to know that there was an order for this court. Evidence by the fact that the speaker on the day of the hearing even asked the pledge. You serve as a elected, you serve for
you also, where you headed?
I'm on my way to Ghana.
Okay, your case today, it was, the ruling was on today, just ended the court denied your bill of information.
Joseph Boakai never in the country. Look, the Supreme Court have been serving people on a horse. The marshal know how to serve people. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to serve people, it's up to them. You think that we are here? Let Joseph Boakai point the country. Joseph Boakai does not own this country. This country is owned by the Nigerian. Joseph Boakai, please leave the road, Gospel. I'm going to go. Joseph Boakai has decided to rob this country. Joseph Boakai is a common criminal, and he thinks he was for the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to serve people. It's up to them. The Supreme Court, look, my lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When it reached the full bench, not the full bench on there as I do here.
The justice in chambers told your lawyers that the justice in chambers told your lawyers that you should have impressed your legal team with the rules. So
I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. The court is starting to do the work of the court. This court have been serving that house. This court, this Supreme Court have been serving that house. And then today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the house. It's up to them. When the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Boakai have lost control of this country. Mr. Boakai has become very irresponsible. Mr. Boakai went to Dumbuya men for all of him. All men like him. Be reckless. You listen to Dumbuya. Dumbuya say, I have a polar issue. Somebody took a land to tell the person, say, you own my land. Why are you doing that? I have a polar issue. He talking to them on radio patrol go low. Joseph Boakai go low.
So you think there's an interference from the executive?
A level Joseph Boakai don't even interfere with Qatar and a president.
Okay, so let me say as up to all of you, wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And thank to all of you, those who love us, those who hate us, and those who think that indeed we are not saying anything pleasing to them. It's up to you. But anyway, we're right here, and I'm okay more about the people who love me than the people who hate me. So even it's about 3, 4, 5, 6 persons, I will appreciate that, right? And so we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here again tonight to do what we can for our country. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally, and usually because of the pain that we're tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry carries no indication that indeed we regret our actions. So we are right here on this very day. We are certainly getting there. All right, so that is it right here. And we've gone, okay. We got more time. How you doing? You know, I from last night's show, I saw the pro-unity party people twisting what I said in any form and faction, and I saw them all over. They are pro-unity party people. One thing I know for sure I have successfully done, and I will always do, is to get under their skin. The only good thing about it doesn't matter how you, the media people, twist it, or you, the pro-media people of the unity party, because I don't want to say government. People are not of sound mind. So I don't care how you twist it. The fact of the matter is, before your people who want to have issue, because you're doing it so that your people will have issue with me, your authority will come into book, right? Well, your authority should be sound enough to come into book for what is uselessly being interpreted by you people. So you see, you are very foolish. When you come, you listen to me, then you cause something from there, you twist it, then you carry to your authorities. Your authorities are people of sound mind, right? No matter how they hate me or whatever it is, they will know how to, because I will go and defend myself and I know what I've said. And one thing I would not do is to change what I've said. There are things that I know I'm saying here. I know how I'm saying them. Through God's guardians, I know exactly what I'm saying here. So sometimes some of you sit by yourself and then you say, oh, the AB let's go listen to him. And peacefully, you know, y'all will be sitting there and listening to me, burning your data, and of course, getting your radio on and listening to me at the same time. But I am here. So when you write your trash there about me here and there, it doesn't move me. It just make me popular. It just make me popular because there's no nonsense you can be writing. Then you get better, you rap out of trash, and now your business. You know, the level of stupidity in this country is very high to the extent that, especially in the ranks of government and its agents and followers, all of you, I don't know that something is wrong with your brain when you're supporting the unity party. Most of you, something is wrong with your brain. Why you want to prove to these people? Oh, because Joseph Boga wants to hear every naked thing about people here and there. That's why you just do it. You're complete fools. You will continue to be right every day. You will bring your data. You will put your radio on to listen to me. I will continue to do what I'm doing. One thing I know for sure is I'm not hurting anybody. I'm trying to protect and save my country. And I respect myself for that. So I don't care how you feel. You get your flower news, any kind of way, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Abraham, when you're here and there, what did I say? But you just think, oh, when I can't sit here, you just think I come here and sit here by myself and I'm not controlled by God Almighty. You think so? I just come and sit here and I'll repeat what I said last night before I even go on to what I want to say tonight. I will repeat it here tonight. I will repeat it right here tonight. I am telling you people, and I will say again, that unity party, but in fact, why even going to what I'm saying? So when your Joseph Boga was sitting there, with hungry self, with feeling or shite that were on him when he was sitting down and saying, if they steal the election, it will be the finishing moment of Liberia. Liberia will finish. So how you took that statement? So I'm telling you, if you're continuing like this, these are things that took us to war. The war drone, that why you got war. You see, one thing about the media landscape, you know, not everybody professional media. Now, you know, the issue about the social media aspect has taken away professionals. So not everything you see posted when they say Verity News, don't want it, you just think they are news outlets. No, it's possible they may get some sound people who get who value the perfection and whatever it is, know how to interpret newsmakers and so forth. Because as a writer, as a news reporter or something, your interpretation, your analysis, you speak to the profession itself. So if you wanted to make AB your news and AB is a newsmaker, don't misquote me. say exactly as I said it. If you want to interpret what I said, yeah, put in your own interpretation. Say from what we have understood, then I want you to depart away from what I have said, because we all can analyze issues, because sometimes we be in the field and our anchors will be able to ask us questions. Maybe with this statement that was made by the minister, what do you think? Then once it comes to my thought, now then it departs away from what the minister may have said. But I will not say the minister said this, blah, blah, blah. No, we'll say from the look of things. That means it departs away from actually what it means. You don't know. You see that the responsible reporting then we pass through. That the kind of thing that what you see when we are sitting here today, we sit here with our orientations backing us. We sit on top of bastion of vested professional orientation. We sit on top of it. So you bring the legal orientation, you bring the biblical orientation, you bring the reportage orientation, all the orientation in our one. So we just take anyone we want to use, we use it. So you see that? So yeah, you let the party put that Abraham goes and we are what they go here, then we are told that you're twisting it all over the place. Okay, no, twisting what for what? I'm Abraham William. What I'm saying here, I will still say again, you continue behaving like this, it can lead to war. I will say again, you call a war drone at your business. These kind of conducts lead to war. So you see that? These kinds lead to war. So what's the big deal about that? You keep doing it. You continue to make people to look at the court like the court is being controlled by government. Though appearances, you think most of the things that people take action, you think they take action because when they say they're taking political actions are verified action. No, they are not political, they are not verified action. There's no court house they will go to go sit down and say, let's go and investigate it and see whether it is true before we take action. People went to war here without verifying and killing people without verifying anything about them, but death, consequences went on. So you don't want in about politics, you don't want people to have that appearance. Speculations. Right? Those are things that in politics you don't take lightly. You don't make people to because people take decisions on no basis. Like some people vote against them based upon public perceptions. Are those perceptions right? Do you think they get area where they can go gauge perception and say, oh yeah, let's go to the public court or the court of public opinion and then be able to vet whether the perception is right or wrong before we take decision? People decide to take it off. I remember when I was sitting in the buyer's end, there was one of the questions that was posed to us, and they said that look, John Brown was convicted, right? John Brown was convicted, SYZ, and they free him here and there, and John Brown decided to go contest for election. That was the question they posed to us. They said John Brown decided to go in his community to go contest for election as a representative. But when John Brown went, the people in the community, they signed a petition and said that they don't want John Brown. John Brown will not represent them. Though John Brown rights have been restored, and by virtue of the Constitution, he's supposed to enjoy every rights and civil liberties that is assigned to any citizen yourself, all of that. They said John Brown went and took that action according to the scenario now that was set forth in the for the exam. You see it? This is it. So you see it now. John Brown decided to take the community to court. Why they say they don't want him? So that question was posed: was John Brown right? And we said John Brown was not right. It is the community decision. Though the court has said you can go to your right, but it is a community decision to determine whether your rights are restored because it's election issue. They don't see you as a clean person. Though you are returned to the community, but the community doesn't see you as a clean person. So you carry the community to court because they say they don't want to vote you. No, they don't see you as a clean person. So it's very important. It's very, very important. They think about perceptions. So sometimes judges, lawyers should be more caring about how people view them out there. The appearance matter. People take decisions on the basis of your appearance. Sometimes you go places, people just look at you because the way you appear, they just assume that you rogue. Are they right? No. But your appearance is what I'm speaking to that. And you can judge, you can question people for their opinions, how they feel about you. So if you are living in a country where people are having a negative opinion about the court, it is our business to what? So you read some of it, and it's always said. Yeah? It's often said that we got a duty to take away some of these things, clear the records, and so forth here and there, to restore credibility. Public image is very much important. People may not understand it. So I don't care how you people feel about it. I've said it. If you continue to conduct yourself like this and people carry the appearance or they look at the system in a form and faction, that's what took us to war. You know why you call war drum? Like your damn business. I care less about your foolish thinkings. Your foolish set. You see, you people are foolish set of people. And that's why I look at you people. You're not sound in your thinkings, in your thought processes. So I don't care. You want to think foolishly about your business. The Bible talks about it. There are foolish people in the Bible. And of course, the Bible made mention of people who are foolish. The wise and the foolish people, whatever it is. Yeah. So there's these foolish people as by virtue of the fact that the Bible even mentions that. So we know they are foolish people. And there will be foolish people always. So we don't have time. Right? So I'm here and I'm very grateful to the Almighty God. I'm right here. And I will continue to do what I can do for my country with no fear. I'm not a fool. I am saying what I'm saying to protect this country, to stop us from going to war. The government policies must change. Their conduct should change. Those key actors within our system, they should stop these conduct so that we don't go to war. I am saying it again, so that we don't go to war. If they continue, it could take us to war. And the only option to that, to prevent us from going to war, is for them to change their behaviors, their attitudes. And I've always said that. So what's the big deal about it? I am trying to stop the war. I'm telling you, the war should stop. On the CDC, there were a lot of practices that people wanted people to carry on. We don't want that. No, you let the people be. On the CDC, opposition enjoyed the court system. They walked to the court, they got free. And I'm giving you examples. I told you all of that. And I'm still telling you the same thing. The same thing CDC did, you can do the same thing. There were a lot of terrible things that the opposition did. But the CDC was very smart to knowing that these people wanted interim government. You see, as a government, you must be very careful. You must be smart to read between the lines. The people knew, CDC knew that the Unity Party was desperate and knew that they were not going to win the election. So the only thing they were fighting for is to what? Lead the country to interim government. When you heard Joseph Boakai making that statement in Buchanan or in Grand Bassa, saying that if they steal the election, then the country finished. That's exactly what it is. He had reached a place where they think that whether elected or not, a Unity Party does not win this election at all costs, the country will finish, will go to war. That was Joseph Boakai's statement. He was sounding war drum. Foolish people, stupid people who are not able to comprehend. Joseph Boakai was the one that was sounding war drum that day. Did the government have any issues with them? No. George Weah's response was not on my watch that the country will go to war. That was George Weah's response. Joseph Boakai sounded war drum. So you don't understand. You see, comprehension is Unity Party people's problem. And that's why I don't argue with them. You haven't seen me argue with Unity Party people. In fact, there are some of my friends in the media who have said, oh, AB, won't call people from the government side, the media, so that you will sit down together on one platform to talk. I don't sit with my colleague, no disrespect to them, but I just believe that, especially government officials, those in the media industry for the government, so forth, I don't want to sit with them for us to talk. It's no disrespect to them. I don't just want to argue with anybody. Yeah. I don't want to argue with anybody, and that's just it. So I just leave it like that. I say what I want to say, I move on with my life. This country is for all of us, and we'll protect this country. We tried, and we protected this country on a CDC. So on the Unity Party will equally protect this country, because whatever happens to this country affects all of us. It will affect all of us. If you don't want to comprehend your business, go and say what you want to say. It's up to you. Everything I'm saying, like I said, was I wrong? When I say welcome to the country, judges will not be able to go to court. Lawyers will not be able to practice as lawyers. Even the pastors will not go to church. And I told you that instant where a friend who's a friend of mine or pastor who went for rice across and will bother with a Muslim guy and the lawyer rebel, then they told him to cause God, and he caused God just for rice business. I am telling you, the people who have gone in their hand, I don't zogo them out there. Am I wrong? To remind you to proceed cautiously, to respect your fellow human, and be able to know that government will come and go. We should be respectful of one another. It's just the art of it's just an art. You play your own part, you move on. Another people come on the stage. We should recognize people. Was I wrong for saying that? Only foolish people will think that I was wrong. Sound people will hear me and say, AB, thank you for reminding us. And the right thing will always be done. Yeah. So that is that. Yesterday I told you people something, and it's playing out. Sometimes I look at things when I tell you this is how they want to play out, it will play out. So today Phyna Bono is out, and I told you that it's very fast and fast. Not only that Phyna Bono is out, through the Supreme Court's mandate, oh yeah, you got to move here and there, blah blah blah. Also, yeah, that's the law. So I just told you how things were going to play out. Phyna Bono is out. And most importantly, we are also hearing that 3 of the jurors who voted against Twe, who carried a complaint and said their friend and they juror temporary, they carry all of them to court. They released 3 of those jurors because one of them, apparently, we are understanding, is supposed to be, I don't know, the news we've been hearing that she has a very close ties. I don't know what level of ties with the Solicitor General. She's the 4 woman. She has close ties. So they say, I just carry them to jail, then you get rid of your freedom. That kind of Joseph Boaga way of behaving thing. What they say, we'll order that all of y'all will go to jail. Then we'll take 3 presidents from there. Those 3 people, then they're not supposed to be there. So we'll put them outside. We are hearing that they put them outside. And the rest of the other people are there. Those are news that we are getting. You see that? We are saying these things because we are telling you, Honor Joseph Boaga, nothing is normal. When you are in opposition, the jailhouse is your place. When you are in government, they will only make something. They will just try to act like they are putting you in jail, then they will put you outside. Right? Yeah. So you Unity Party people, you see how you're running this country? You see what you're doing to this country? You're showing your teeth, then also you're acting the sound people. You see what you're doing to this country? Where impunity is the order of the day for wrongs that people do, especially when you people are benefiting from that wrong, you're benefiting from the wrong, you don't care. You see what's happening to our country now? We are flagging all of these things. It's not war drum, it is flagging. We are flagging these things. Terrible things are happening in this country. People can sit down and predict what a system will be able to offer, or party that supports the system who goes against societal norms. We can sit and predict it and it will happen. If you are from Unity Party or you support Unity Party, you are giving preferential treatment before the system. If you are against them, there's a special way they treat you. We are watching it. The thing is glaring. It's not something that we got to think or imagine or just speculate about. This is fact. This is real. This is something that you and myself see in the streets every day. It's not normal. This is not governance. This is not governance. I will tell you, I can look at a situation and tell you that is how they want to play out, and will play out like this, like that. It's not that I'm somebody who talk to God, whatever it is. Maybe God could be guiding me and giving me an eye to look through and see through. But the fact of the matter is, everything I say, they come true. I can tell you what things would look like. And it's clear, and it happens like that. And this is our country. We've all have come, and we are at a place where we think that we need to pray for our country, work together for the good of our country. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, remember, all things are possible. I didn't say all things are positive. I said all things are possible. So the 12th issue is left with the Supreme Court to decide why it is, whether the judge was right. So they took the judge up. We'll look at that and see what comes out of it. The 12th issue is issue that I've talked with several other lawyers, including judges, former justices. I've talked with people everywhere. Everybody thinking the same way, that something is practically wrong somewhere. And I want us to the judge that took that decision. He decided to update his profile picture to a new one. And all the pro-Unity Party people were commending the judge for taking that decision that he took. Fair. I'm one person. I'm in this country. And no matter what you do, there is time for everything. Today you may be in power. Today you may think that you have the gavel. You are doing whatever you want to do with it. After you should have left power is when people are supposed to appreciate you. What happened to Jenkins Carter in this country? That's why it's not bad when you are in, it's not a good thing for you to be in government and be bad. Because power will slip away. Your bad things you did to people who couldn't have retaliated because you think you were in power, it will now be time for them to deal with you. When a question comes, this man deserves how he's being treated. Already you can even be good man. You leave power, you can suffer. What more about being bad man? Because some people, you can even be good to them, you be in power. The moment power slips away from you, you and your children or whatever it is that you always suffer it. It can happen. What more about you being bad? Then your own will be worse. In fact, they will use it against you. That's why when you are in power, be very careful. You will leave power. You will not be president. You will not be representative. You will not be senator. You will not be judges. You will not be civil servant. You will not be associate justices or whatever it is. You'll be passing around the street now. All the protection you have, everything gone away. Now you are down left to live with the people whom you were acting against. Are you preparing yourself? They said the way you made a bed, how you will lie down on it. We are the people whom you are going to lie on when you are now leaving those positions of privileges and of course and everything you ever enjoyed. When it's leaving away from you, you are coming to us. You are coming to live with us. We are going to see you. Remember, you are going to live with. You're not going to live in Pluto. There's nowhere to get that when government people retire at the place they can go live. They will come down to where they were. So learn to know that. Sometimes when people got power, I always tell them that. Yeah. We think we are getting there, and with God, all things are possible. So, folks, last night, you know, we are on this RIA route. Last night, while leaving from work and going home, I saw a small police vehicle with a syringe on it. And that's the first police vehicle that will be ahead of the vice president's convoy. I did not know because they have been using syringes all along the road. I just thought they have been bringing in guests throughout the day. So I'm on the phone and this police vehicle passes by. And next, I didn't look through the view mirror to have looked back and see another. Even if I had seen it, I just thought that I didn't expect the vice president to have passed that side. So I'm in this car driving, and then the vice president escort car came closer because I was still like driving going. I didn't park off because I didn't know it was the vice president. No guy then brought the glass down. The man cost that they gave me, it was not easy. The man cost that the man gave me, it was not easy. But guess what now? That's not the interesting part. The man cost they gave is not issue because me I know man cost we already noted for it. You know, people always cost us. I would have did that issue, but no problem, right? The man cost the officer they gave, it was not easy. So surprisingly, not unfortunately, but surprisingly, I had thought that the vice president who has a house in the Bengbastan community area, that was where he was going. I just thought that was where the vice president was going. But the vice president convoy took a tour to the opposite lane. They gave me my call line. I just about government security they can cause man cause this time. So I just man cause it, yeah, give it last day. So the vice president come up put again cause man cause. That one no problem. I get problem with it. My woman gone already. I got mothers then who still supporting me that only didn't want to get people. So it took. There's a road before you reach to Nathaniel McGill's on a road avenue where the Abscona area. It is that road the convoy took. And I didn't know that the vice president had horse around there. They played at the United Party people road release and whatever they said in there, not knowing that around the vice president area and all that the place they took the drug from. That road he took, the viewer area, that road the convoy took and then went in straight to the vice president horse. Now the vice president horse around us in place. The team that they were giving me man cause for, not knowing the United Party press release, the foolishly wrote, calling Magay near and said that Magay horse area, not knowing Most of their officials then living around there. Selu Jamina, who works in the office of Senator Nathaniel Mageo, did a tour from Mageo house. When traveling over, I don't know, hours and whatever, we got to know that most of Unity Party officials, current officials, they living around there, including the vice president that they took the drug from. Then the Unity Party said that was yeah. The Unity Party said, that thing they were giving me man cost for last now. Their whole escort car, I said escort car that right after the police car, that small car, all of them, they were in chorus. You know, when people singing chorus, all of them, they put it together. They were singing. I don't know what they were, but I just thinking the real chorus they had. They cost me last night, the man cost they give me last night. All of them, they slow down small, just to get that man cost. And they were like, in chorus. When they call chorus, that means everybody singing together. The man chorus came in one volume. It didn't come in several volumes. In fact, we are auto bass, soprano, everything man chorus. Everything was inside last night. On my one. But the guys, you can see that they are in discipline. Why we have taken you to say off the road? You know, like no more shouting you can do off the road. Why we have taken to just say that? I'm going to go off, but you can't say, your mom, cause you on a day. What? These people okay in the country. Why do you gotta get angry all over the place and they are very indisciplined like that? I said they know it. Just that the way I'm talking, they said, man, I will say, man, you're in a car. Hey, also one guy, you call somebody, is there Abraham where your causes? So you say, oh, you man now they say, oh, God bless you. Will that cost you good? That one will get you that low level because we thought I was not AB. You man now they even think he said that the pro mass cost they wanted to give me because you know the guy calling and say, yeah, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So why are we cussing like that? You can't get very cussing my cause. For what? Why are you insulting like that? So that the place they went last night, though, that the place they went, the same community area they told the drop from that they play the vice president living, that they play the how they call it, man, say Kofi Wood and they say all of them live around there. Yeah, James Barney too lives somewhere around there. One of the rescue senators, rescue supporters, senator, and James Barney, all of them living around there. That the place they went last night. So I don't want to say the vice president was going to the drug area, but I think the vice president lived around there too, and it was proven because of where he convoy headed. No, Vivi can get plenty of money now. So you can live this side, you get ready, you live on the other side, you live anywhere, you get ready, you go. They may get houses everywhere, the vice president. So you can go anywhere to live there. Now our papa now. The big papa. Now the big papa. But they say the whole drug TA, all robbing all inside. He didn't want giving the value of the drugs, how many quantity of drugs, or blah 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 blah, all the kind of thing they're talking. But we are not moved by that. This is what is most important for me tonight that I want to share with you. Y'all listen to me. Of all the things you want to say, it is most important for me tonight. This country is an interesting country for all of us. Sometimes when things are happening, this is how it works. I'm about to play the voice of the Justice Minister who gave the first update on the latest drug arrest. Let me put it down. The latest drug discovery and arrest. So let me play him so that you listen to him. Yeah. Let me play him so that you listen. So I think all of us want to get update on what did the government get to say. Because yesterday the police RG our man. The man said they're trying to weigh. When they finish weighing it, then we'll be able to tell y'all how much what they call it is. Yeah, they finish weighing it. Then we finish weighing it, and we'll be able to tell the government through about the quantity, then we'll quantify it. But they're not finish weighing it yet. From yesterday up to this time, we not even get any figure. But all we know is someone is saying it here. But one thing I told you people last night, which of course is true, because I will not lie, is if you look at that quantity of drug down there, it's in billion. And let me tell you what happened. We all coming to it. We all coming to it. Let me tell you what happened. You see the country, that interesting country. And all of us here, we should be careful how we live on with our lives.
Yeah, we should be very, very careful how we live our lives. And I'm somebody who very much careful as to how I move about. I'm not just everywhere all over the place. Oh. You will find me in places because I'm human being. I can move too. And I person to can be who no. So I'm out there. You're lucky, you'll go up, you'll come down, you're lucky, you'll fly left, right, back, front, wherever it is. Things have gone bad. I'm about to play the Justice Minister so that you will listen to him. First, let's listen to the Justice Minister. Let him be able to tell us what is the latest update and what do you make of what the Justice Minister termed as the latest update in relation to this latest drug that was discovered in huge consignment. Huge, very huge. So let's get there and be able to understand it. Latest update. I think it will help all of us to understand because maybe my one sometimes the way my own thinking can be maybe not how you're thinking and look like. So let all of us think the same way, yeah. Let all of us think the same way. What's the latest update on this drug issue so that we all think the same way? I beg you. Let us get there together. So we're about to play the Justice Minister. I'm about to play the Justice Minister so that you get him clearly in saying whatever it is that you need to know in relation to this drug issue so that we all get an update together. Then when we get an update together now, then we share what our understandings are concerning that. Because this country is very interesting. We all will try our best to. I think that the information ministry, they said the information ministry that where he went, that where he shared that. And where he shared that today. So let's get there and then share with you what the Justice Minister said. So that is it. That is it. So let me can share with you now as we move on tonight, as we get on, so that all of us have a picture of what the Justice Ministry said in relation to the drug issue. So the Justice Minister is right here with us tonight. So let me just share with us what it is, then we get there. Now we'll now do a little commentary on why we are here. Why Liberia? Because you're asking the question, why Liberia? Some of you asking, why is it in Liberia that we are seeing this kind of thing and not in other countries like Sierra Leone and so forth? Why only Liberia? That's why we have to tell you tonight, so that all of us will understand that there is a why to it. There is a reason. That reason there will answer the why. But I want to play the Justice Minister first. Let's listen to his update, which was very short, and he walked away without taking questions. Serious issue like this happening in this country. The first update you come up with, you walk off without taking questions because you have nothing to tell the people. In fact, what you came to say was nothing strange. When people start on such issue, it was your government, political party that started naming names. This tells you how eager they were. We had thought that they, as a government, they were very eager to start naming names. Only for the Justice Minister to come up and not naming names. So who started naming names? It is your government political party, the Unity Party, that came out with a press release and started naming names. You were quick in naming names. Then the first update your government came up with, they didn't name any names. Are we running a sound country here, serious country here? The political party comes out with a name. The government that was born out of the political party come up with this first update with no name. They say hardly names. So your political party came out with names that appear as if the drug issue, which of course is true, is not even an appearance.
which of course tells clearly that the drug issue has overwhelmed the Unity Party government, and they're looking for the CDC to hold the CDC in it to the extent that the first press release that ever came out from the Unity Party as a result of yesterday's discovery, it had to do with naming opposition Senator Nathaniel McGill. And they even had to name the party headquarters that giving a heartbreak. The party headquarters construction, the AR-10 organic party headquarters that giving them frustration, that giving them heartbreak. They went straight for the young man there who is leading the construction work there and say, you people started naming names because you were looking for people to tie to this whole thing. But your government came up, disappointingly, they didn't name any name. So what is the issue? So you see, when we are saying these things, you people will say, oh, AB, then you're saying anything here because if you don't say anything, no. The Unity Party came up with names first. Right? The Unity Party came up with names first. So what's the issue? We are still here and watching. You're listening to this. I want for you to really follow this because this is something that let you get a sound bite of it and you'll be able to know where I will be coming from tonight. You're listening to this. I'm coming with the minister's stuff. The moment it stops uploading in a form of faction, yeah, I will come up with it. You're listening to this. I'm coming to this thing. I will explain to you why is this. Why is this? I will explain.
So we are saying 2G5. Just so one thing to identify. One day, we are talking. Then he say, he won't send the money back. So, okay, yeah, we'll send the money back. I raised the 2G5. Get a 2G5 to Joe send it to you. Joe eat the 2G5. The papa can eat money there. Hey, I don't know what it is. They Unity Party when I have water. They were displayed. I raised 60,000. I sent the 60,000 by my to pay the rent. Not everybody. If I eat 40, get a minute 20. Drink COVID time. And I probably didn't know all the letters. COVID time. I said, Papa, you gotta go identify our people, you know. I sent 10 grand. Papa, go buy oxygen 10, you know, oxygen was a beating, do you know that, right? Oxygen 10, chloride, gloves, carry it to the hospital. The Papa eat a 10G. And you know what I know is to talk? The whole traditional nonsense. You know, like uncle now, you know? You can't go question your uncle. Or you fast. The Papa corrupt. Anybody that you can get money to for something they eat or something that wasn't it. That's corruption. The man has spun around. The man spun the bar. So he acts as though he is so straight. And you know, sometimes they say, can't spend time and can't label me that two different things. Yeah. I never knew the men that well. Sam was supporting our in the States going to school, right? The men were here. But the 2 times the men went to me to the States, I started getting scared. When the man claimed me the Australia, somebody got to go, got to be right on him to make sure, you know, the steps steep. So he gets slip and fall. Then he started taking a talking. The thing I'm doing here so that good thing. Now let me say you will be president for whole country. You know, human being. So you can be doing something, but you'll be thinking what are the right thing you're doing, right? I won't control. Then when he coming down, they gotta announce that they coming smart, gotta go up for him too. And the person gotta be in front of him. Because they're making him work correct. They can be down here, they're giving him all kind of things to make him strong. When you see him looking like that, they gave him all kind of things. The puppet is not able. They just want to use him to take the country. Let the man go rest. So on November 14th, we'll vote for George Manenwia. We'll give him 6 more years. Let him continue the thing he been, the good thing he been doing. Let him change some things that he been doing. He said he won't change the cabinet. And one thing he said he will be fresh blood. A lot of new faces will come on board. That's what he said. And I believe him. Because if a man open your mind and say, my man, I feel that the area will not do good, will not do good. If he said tell you that wrong, who are you to say that's not true? And he told me something. He said, look, one of the mistakes we made was to make you our enemy. So we will not do it. We will work together. We will listen to you and you will help us. So I rather my former enemy or opponent that respect me and values my contribution than a fake friend or fake uncle, ungrateful uncle, who will be using me and be showing me waiting like her. You understand? The person who you and him fought before, when you become friend, that friendship can be strong. Then the person who can be acting like they love you, but behind your back they hate you. George Manuel Weah for second term. The two stand for 2 terms. We gave Ellie and Waka 2 terms. We gave it George Weah and Tua 2 terms. Thank you so much. Thank you. Joseph Warren, Morello died. So we are sent 2 G5. Just a small thing to identify. One day he made Joya talking. Then he said, he won't send the money back. Okay, yeah, we'll send Joya money back. I raised the 2 G5. Get a 2 G5, the Joe Baga send the Joya, Joe Baga eat the 2 G5. The Papa can eat money like hey, when the inspector united partners when I have water, they were displayed. I raised 60,000. I sent the 60,000 by Papa to pay the rent. Not everybody. The Papa eat 40, get a minute 20. Drink COVID time. And I probably didn't know. All the letters. COVID time. I said, Papa, you gotta go identify our own people, you know. I sent 10 grand. Papa, go buy oxygen 10, you know, oxygen was a big thing, you know that, right? Oxygen 10, chlorines, gloves, carry it to the hospital. The Papa eat the 10 G. And you know what I know it's about? The whole traditional nonsense. You know, that uncle now, you know? You can't go question your uncle. Or you fast. The Papa corrupt. Anybody that you can get money to for something they eat or something that wasn't there. That's corruption. The man swallow the bar. So he acts as though he is so straight. And you know, sometimes they say, can't spend time and can't label me that 2 different things. I know.
So yeah, sorry, I was just playing that just to get the video clip from the Justice Minister. I think I have it now, so we can get it. Let's just get the update from the Justice Minister, then we can proceed with what I want for us to share tonight. Right? Yeah, let's get it done. Yeah. So this one would do for us now. At least we have it now. So let's hear the Justice Minister as he gives the latest update on the entire drug issue. So let's hear him out now, please.
Member of the press, fellow Liberians, good evening. The Joint National Security Investigative Task Force take this opportunity to inform the public of a major development in the ongoing investigation into suspected transnational narcotics trafficking activities in Nigeria. On Monday, July 20, 2026, the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force, acting on information developed during the ongoing investigation, arrested and detained several persons of interest for questioning in furtherance of the investigation. Information obtained through continued investigative and intelligence efforts subsequently led authorities to locate the location in the VOA community along the Rabos International Airport Highway in Guatemala County. On Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, at approximately 9 a.m., a team comprising members of the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force conducted a search of the identified premises pursuant to a duly authorized search and seizure warrant. During the operation, investigators cover approximately 3,971 kilograms of processed bits of suspected cocaine with an estimated street value of approximately 370,680,000 United States dollars. The substances were seized and secured as evidence for further investigation and appropriate scientific examination. 2 foreign nationals, identified as Serbian national and the other with dual nationality, Colombian and Spanish, were taken to custody in connection with the seizure and assisting investigators with the ongoing investigation. Their names are being withheld at this stage to protect the integrity of the investigation and all ongoing investigative activities. In addition to the suspected parties, investigators recovered several items considered relevant to the investigation, including diving suits, the firearm, GPS tracking devices, a drone, Starlink satellite internet equipment, and other materials. These items have been secured and are being examined to determine their purpose and potential connection to the suspected narcotics trafficking operation. The investigation remains active and is examining the origin, ownership, transportation method, and intended destination of the seized substances, as well as the identities and roles of all persons who will be connected to the operation. Investigators are also examining possible domestic international networks, logistical arrangements, financial transactions, and any other forms of facilitation associated with a suspected shipment. The investigation has generated significant evidentiary leads and has indeed revealed an organized, sophisticated, complex, and well-funded narcotics trafficking network. They also revealed that this network may have been operating abroad for a considerable period, more than 6 years. Given the quantity involved and the circumstances surrounding the seizure, the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force is pursuing all available investigative leads to determine the full scope of this illicit narcotic operation. Cooperation with relevant national and international law enforcement partners will be pursued when necessary to identify additional persons, networks, or jurisdictions connected to the investigations. Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, it will be confiscated and forfeited in favor of the government and bureau as provided for under said act. The vehicle which was used to transport the drugs will also be confiscated and forfeited in favor of the government and bureau as provided for under said act. The Joint National Security Investigative Task Force are also being instructed to take similar actions against the resident of the St. Paul King, located at BP Road, where the drugs seized on June 8, 2026 were stored, picked up from, and transported to RIA. We want to caution the public against speculation regarding the identities or culpability of individuals who have not been formally charged. Persons currently being questioned or investigated are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in accordance to law. Their arrest and detention as persons of interest does not constitute a finding of criminal responsibility. Information will be released fellow Liberians. Good evening. The Joint National Security Investigative Task Force take this opportunity to inform the public of a major development in the ongoing investigation into suspected transnational narcotics trafficking activities in Nigeria. On Monday, July 20, 2026, the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force, acting on information developed
Hello. They wanna play. I play it for the first time so that you will listen. This is where you come in now to comprehend what is going on. Let me give you just because time is time. Let me give you what I noticed. As far as we are concerned, the government had said that the government are interesting government. Something they had in. They said they have arrested and detained persons of interest. They have not told us that they have had any suspect yet. They have arrested and detained persons of interest. And I know for sure that there are others that they have personally charged and sent to court because they have decided to upgrade them from persons of interest to suspect. The justice minister keeps telling us that all these people that we are arresting here, they're detained, but they are still not suspects. But guess what now? What has been the normal pattern of Joseph Boakar's government fight against drug or our country's modus operandi, especially when it comes to fighting against drug? When they catch drug with you, they place it right in front of you, they call you suspect. Now, you listen to the justice minister, right? He said they arrested 2 foreign nationals who are not suspects, but they are helping. They are not suspects, but they are helping. You know, when somebody is speaking, just listen to them. Listen to what the person is saying. I want for you to take your time. These points I'm raising for you to now take your time to listen to the justice minister again. The justice minister said the initial drug issue, they have arrested and detained persons of interest. They are not suspects. But I know there are people that they are forwarded to court and they are suspects. Paul King, no. He's not a suspect. He said, in fact, these people, they are still innocent. Who is supposed to be making that statement? Is it the state or the defense? Don't our law says it, right? But if the state is coming up with an indictment, if the state is coming up with an indictment, the state will clearly state that these people, they are the doers of the act, and you are prepared to go prove it in court. It's not a state that will be talking about presumption of innocence until proven guilty. The state is not the role of the state to think about how, what, no. The state is going, oh God, this country, now you see the fitness inside, right? I'm pinpointing these points so that you will be able to get analyze it for yourself. The justice minister said the people, they are persons of interest, they are not suspects. In fact, in the end, all you said, the people that are arrested with a drug, the white people there, they are persons of interest, they're not suspect. In fact, they are still presumed innocent until proven guilty. Who's supposed to be making that statement? Except the state or the defense. It is the lawyers for the defense who will now be pleading that on behalf of their clients, because the state is saying that they did it. It is the defense that will make that statement. Instead, the state is the one that making that statement today. Y'all listen to the justice minister. I'll play again. Y'all listen to it. Y'all listen to it.
Press, fellow Liberians, good evening. The Joint National Security Investigative Task Force take this opportunity to inform the public of a major development in the ongoing investigation into suspected transnational narcotics trafficking activities in Nigeria. On Monday, July 20, 2026, the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force, acting on information developed during the ongoing investigation, arrested and detained several persons of interest for questioning in furtherance of the investigation. Information obtained through continued investigative and intelligence efforts subsequently led authorities to a location in the VOA community along the Rabos International Airport Highway into Asoma, Makindi County. On Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, at approximately 9 a.m., a team comprising members of the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force conducted a search of the identified premises pursuant to a duly authorized search and seizure warrant. During the operation, investigators recovered approximately 3,971 kilograms of processed bits of suspected cocaine with an estimated peak value of approximately $370,680,000 United States dollars. The substances were seized and secured as evidence for further investigation and appropriate scientific examination. 2 foreign nationals, identified as Serbian national and the other with dual nationality, Colombian and Spanish, were taken into custody in connection with the seizure and are assisting investigators with the ongoing investigation. Their names are being withheld at this stage to protect the integrity of the investigation.
You get it? They say what? They are helping. Yeah? They are helping. You're really listening to your justice
investigative activities. In addition to the suspected narcotics,
you're listening again. Everything we call in cocaine, they say that suspected something. It's not cocaine. We don't know it yet. We don't know what it is. But the moment they go in the community, they grab you and they say that cocaine. They already know what they grab you for, and you are a suspect. Who has to have that, right? Good, brilliant. Let's grow that, right? They call you a suspect. Now, indeed, you are the one that in possession of that. They grabbed these Serbian guys and told them, look, these guys, they can't help us here. They can't help us with the investigation. We know, but they should be suspect. They are not even calling them suspect. And you will even listen to the justice minister in the end, still saying that these people, they are not what God, we should forget about them here. We shouldn't say that they are cocaine people, they are what God it is here and there. Let's go on.
Investigators recover several items considered relevant to the investigation, including diving suits, the firearm, GPS tracking devices, a drone, Starlink satellite internet equipment, and other materials. These items have been secured and have been examined to determine their purpose and potential connection to the suspected narcotics trafficking operation. The investigation remains active and is examining the origin, ownership, transportation method, and intended destination of the seized substances, as well as the identities and roles of all persons who may be connected to the operation.
Okay.
Investigators are also examining possible domestic international networks, logistical arrangements, financial transactions, and any other forms of facilitation associated with a suspected shipment. The investigation has generated significant evidentiary leads and has indeed revealed an organized, sophisticated, complex, and well-funded narcotics trafficking network. They also revealed that this network may have been operating abroad for a considerable period, more than 6 years.
You listen. They said the network had been operating for a considerable period, more than 6 years, meaning that United Party and CDC been operating the network. You see what they're trying to do smartly? The one thing we used to hear about here, kush. Cocaine being in this country. They said the network have been operating for a considerable period, over 6 years, meaning we now agree that United Party people have been controlling this network even when the CDC was in existence. Right? So when we are saying that the CDC, or the CDC administration, it is the United Party that were bringing in drugs in this country through this network. Now they are trying to tell this network that, look, you can receive your pay for this by bringing in cocaine. Because the other one wanted to go. So you see, we said that the United Party was operating this network under the CDC administration. They said that they can now tell clearly that this network has been operating for a considerable period, even more than 6 years. So now you can believe now that when we told you that Unity Party people were bringing in drug and they were operating a network under the CDC administration and talking about kush, this, that, here, and there, and we told you, at least under the CDC, they used to grab them sometimes. All the Unity Party now, they can grab them because that the network itself in power now. The network, the people who benefited from the network, they are in power now. Now what? They didn't catch the drug coming to the country. On the CDC, yes, they were catching them because CDC people were not part of the network. So if it is more than 6 years, then we can now ably confirm that the Unity Party were operating this network and bringing in drugs in this country. And CDC was just grabbing it small, the Kush aspect here and there. Now they have transitioned the network now from Kush to bringing in cocaine. That's what you see happening here. The Justice Minister just said that.
Given the quantity involved and the circumstances surrounding the seizure, the Joint National Security Investigative Task Force is pursuing all available investigative leads to determine the full scope of this illicit narcotic operation. Cooperation with relevant national and international law enforcement partners will be pursued when necessary to identify additional persons, networks, or jurisdictions connected to the investigations. We want to thank them for their continuous collaboration and support. As the premises in Glasgow was used in the commission of offenses under the Amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, it will be confiscated and forfeited in favor of the government of Bureau as provided for under said act. The vehicle which was used to transport the drugs will also be confiscated and forfeited in favor of the government of Bureau as provided for under said act. The Joint National Security Investigative Task Force are also being instructed to take similar actions against the resident of the support king located at BB Road.
So you see the issues here, right? They arrested Paul King. They knew that the drug came from Paul King house, and it is a law in this country that wherever the drug is XYZ, that property should be used, confiscated by the government and used for the purpose of the government, and they will sell that property. They never touch Paul King house. But because the discovery had gone on here at this house, and it is seen there, and everybody seen it now, they say, okay, but then you go for Paul King in the house too. So why you are not grabbing Paul King house first? Those are the feature thing now. You're trying to borrow in so that you will be able to understand that feature thing going on here. They grab Paul King in the area first. They knew that the drug came from there. It came from Paul King house. They didn't go for it that time. But because everybody attention here and they want, because they know that that is there, the law must apply, that they must grab the house here, confiscate the house. They say, you go for Paul King in the house to VP Road. You see the problem, you see what's coming up. Something feature is going on. Something feature is going on.
Where the drugs seized on June 8, 2026 were stored, picked up from, and transported to RIA. We want to caution the public against speculation regarding the identities or culpability of individuals who have not been formally charged. Persons currently being questioned or investigated are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty.
So you see the people, when they grab you and myself in the street, they can put picture in front of that we are drug suspect, they parade with us all in the street, all over the place. When it comes to the other people, they say the problem will not call them drug people. See you, man. Let's get to the lines and interact with you people. I'm just tired. This whole thing here, I tell you, I can be anything I tell you, you just believe it. When they grab you and myself in the community, they grab all the point people. Oh yeah, the men they are drug. What they go? We want to go prove it. When they grab the other people, they say the problem. No, don't call the people drug people. They're not drug people yet. They are what they call. They are still innocent. Are you supposed to be saying nothing? Anyway, let's get to the lines and interact with you, our callers. Newton Tokpa will be able to help along to pick your calls here tonight because we're working between twists and turns. Yeah, hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Okay, my name is Nathaniel. I'm the American call Sojo. Let me tell you something, Amy, brother Amy. You know, if you want go around to expose people, that can be. I said, maybe one of the days you'll see me. Me, I'm a military soldier. They drop business. People will fire themselves. You see, the justice minister is holding on that people know who are joining the country. And I say, God, no pay that job in it. Let me tell you, no more joining that 5 billion join the country. It was so everything all. God was so on and all. Tell what I say. Me, I'm talking about thing. I was talking people. So I see me to the junction. I said the job business will show us all of it. They will grab all the name. And I tell why they twist it. When they twist it, they can go to the devil in face or hell. Because they drop it, they will fire themselves until everyone see all of it. Everybody will show them. They will show them. Tell what I said, me, I'm a soldier man. I've been here. I dare the devil in face or hell. They the job, is it? It just started. God bless you, Papa.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Good evening. Let's move to the women's line. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Let's move to the next line. Good evening.
Good afternoon, Brother Evie.
Good evening. How you doing? What's your name, boss?
Good afternoon, listeners. I'm DJ. What's his name? Calling from the Power Cruiser.
Yeah, Jeff, go ahead. 1 minute. Make your point quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Brother Evie. I just want to listen to FM the news this afternoon. That part of the pay that the Piliana, the church minister say, they job better they coming in. More than 6 years. I grab that stuff on the news and say, what do you mean the papa is talking? But they want to include everybody down to the 12 years, to the 6 years, to the 1 year. They don't want to punish them. They say, oh, yes. And then the job may come in the country. But at first, anything you want to do, God will expose you. All the jobs that can come in, what the studying president we are, the president we are got business so. Now why exposing it? So what the judge don't want to do? They want to punish it. They say, oh yeah, my man, to come up for one of me argument with you. But you're not coming to get church into the country. Now why try to do that? Oh, they come here. Notice that they don't want to create the church in Liberia here. And so you can find out what the church coming from. And the owner will not call it on them, but the moment we can see the church in here, we still be causing on them and say they are successful. They will confess their own sin. That's the summer 12. But don't worry. Yeah, nothing will do to you. Nothing will do to you. Nothing will do to you in the country. That's a political thing after they don't want to put in jail. So they say,
Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. Let's hold you there. Let's move to the next caller. The next caller is right here with us. Hello. Hello.
Edmond.
Yeah, Edmond Kai. It's good to have you on. Welcome, Edmond.
Thank you, thank you, man.
Quickly,
I am a prime member of Concerned Liberia for Justice and pushing for the return of President Weah. It started with the whole thing that had to do with who want to bring war and who not want to bring war. Everybody that is pushing for war in this country is a United Party government. It's Joseph Boakai. Because since they took over, they changed situation throughout. Even if you were making $50, they took you off the job. Only because you are associated with President Weah. They went after our political leader. They brought down our party headquarters. We're going to go build new one. They say we are in the way of the bridge. All the kind of stuff. So you think who you are, that you will continually push all around, and you think it said that will not bounce by on you? The only thing that has blessed the United Party government is because of President Weah. But the time has come that we have said that enough is enough. If you slap anyone on one time, we'll slap you 2 times. We mean that. We are serious about it. So if you show that you are serious to continue with your presidency, that you're not getting no result, just make sure you turn down your rhetoric, you turn down your foolishness against sedition. We mean it. Now when you come to this draw, look, one of the scary things that I noticed in that press conference is about the item that was also discovered. This Justice Minister is telling us that they discovered drone. What are the guys doing with drone? Are they using it to monitor our security sector? Are they using the drone to monitor our president? This is a scary news. They talk about discovering arms from the cartel. They talk about discovering something of Starlink, because they know that our internet system is not good. So they brought their own Starlink so that they can be able to effectively manage their activity. Whether you carry to 100-year-old, whether you carry to 50-year-old, Unity Party government have failed in the fight of drugs. Yesterday we were talking about 100 million. We are now talking about 500 million plus, and the drug will continue to be discovered because they brought it and they are carrying it out of the country gradually. So then just a minute of peace. We said, how do you go and bring parking? You did not police parking house. You did not see parking house. How come? So today now they are sending out to say the house should be there, your house should be that. This is just charade. We will continue to push it so that the right thing can be done. But the trust will not be placed under the capital. The Union Party government have been disgraced, they have been frustrated because of their evil heart against the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond. Thank you so much. We appreciate things. Edmond, let's move to the next line. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Thank you very much. This is the Common Board Chairman. My name is T1 P. Willie, and I represent Concern Liberian for Justice.
Let's hear you quickly, my brother.
Thank you. To conspiracy, Newton, Joseph Boakai is a corruption king Kong. Liberian was just hypocritical. That's why they didn't notice this. Some of them noticed it, but they decided to ignore it. Look, Newton, this old man was caught November 9, like I always said, 2014. A convoy was caught with just, it was caught with just, yeah? That old man never said anything besides saying, just is for recreational purpose, and not just, it was cocaine. Cocaine. That woman said just can be used for recreational purpose. You the young boy, you see that party, the day you take over the country, you're majority. How can somebody who says that in the past come today and be a man who pushing equity when it comes to job issue? Like they were fooled. There's a 419 arrangement. Joseph Boakai took Liberian people. Look, when they passed, they were appointing or Sekou Hussein to do that other criminal to free people. That was just the stage of opening. It was just the opening of the stage to establish cartel here. That man was convicted in the U.S. for just peddling. He was convicted for doing illegal gold or deed. You take that kind of man, you put into free people. Then you say just came to Labro and people don't know about it. That job passed to the free people. They're good. Okay.
You're right.
That whole man followed the last time. He didn't want to allow it just to pass.
Right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's hold you there. You're right. Let's move on. Joseph Colley is on the line right here with us. Joseph, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah. And this call people with a clean house, they know about the there is no future study just need to record that when people take control, they got nation. All the drugs, we're talking about no place. Just embarrassing. Your come to power is just cooking every day. There is drugs business happening everywhere in the nation. But people, man, I want children want to go to school. They want to be educated. You know, for the future of tomorrow, young guy, the job you're talking about that to bring cocaine in Europe, to be selling cocaine, the drugs you want to provide for me, the job you want to provide for the people. I'm telling you, man, we are sick and tired, man. The Liberian people need help. Their children need future. It is not cocaine their future, Boakai. So please, y'all get rid of that cocaine. We need help. The international community need to come in because it doesn't depend on the people that will not help you. The U.S. Embassy and other people got it. And it's going to be drastic because a lot of people, before it be fixed, you know, there will be other things that will come down. Because a lot of the international community will start coming out and putting some restrictions. And like we're in business people, and
you're right.
Because when the people running for those decisions, when they tie the government down, they tie you down. But this is where we are. When you put desperate people in position, they're looking for all kind of reasons that they will not reach on their own. It's one to the 50, 60, not let them reach overnight. But when you provide for yourself, it's very protected, man. We feel for our people, but this is a decision you took. You put their own men and all people there in the place. The richest in no one God is that celebrating, throwing everything. What do you got getting some of money for? And the rich man you want to visit according to Costa from Ghana, we need to see some of the picture. Who is that rich man that Costa did talk about? Is there a drug dealer? Because then people need to know. But you do not get no clue. And people now is still in darkness. When Guinness exactly they need to come out and show their friends that they are dealing with. God bless you all, man, Brother Milton.
All right, Joseph. Thanks for your participation this evening, Joseph. Thank you so kindly. And let's move to the next line. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, good evening, Newton.
Yes, I'm getting you. Go ahead. What's
Hey,
your name?
Newton, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I come from down coast, Winter community, member of Concerned Liberian for Justice.
Okay.
Newton, thank you for this discussion this night. But Newton, I'm taking a back, and I strongly believe that the government have exposed itself today. What am I saying that? The police director told us that the drugs that are confiscated is valued around 370 million. On the contrary, the Attorney General is telling us that the drug is around 318 million. So what are they telling us? Is it that the security network is not coordinating? The police director is saying different things, and the Inspector General is saying different things. That tells me, the Attorney General is saying different things. That tells me that there is a disconnect in the investigation, and they are trying to lie to us. This has clearly indicated and shown to the world that Joseph Newman Boakai and gangsters are henceforth responsible for these drugs that have been coming to our country since 2005 up to now. This cartel are operated here with the know-how of President Boakai. That's why he was arrested. That's why he said in Liberia. That's why he said if he doesn't win the election, Liberia are going to end. Only to come and destroy our country on an industrial dust. In my mind, Joseph Newman Boakai government is clearly caught in the West. That's why they are giving this joint statement to the Liberian people. Henceforth, President, we are returned 2029. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Spencer Mohammed. Thank you, Spencer. I'm gonna do that. That's the fact. That's the reality. That's the reality. The government is so disorganized to the point that everybody is making a different statement. Everybody, yes. The police IG will say different thing. The auditor, solicitor general will say different thing. Oh yes, the attorney general. I'm sorry. Yes, the attorney general is saying different thing. Police IG. Yes, just conflicting. That's the contradiction. I don't know what's happening. They're making conflicting statements. Hello.
Good evening, Nathan.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nathan.
I'm getting you. Good evening.
Yes, it's about calling for justice day, Concerned Liberian for Justice.
Yes.
Nathan, thank you very much, and thanks for teacher life. No, Nathan, today the government has spoke. We listen to Justice Minister. The government has spoke today. They said they arrested a two-way guy. They 318 million drugs have been arrested. Tuesday, they arrested a two-way guy. They want to bring it from the airport. They show it. So Justice Minister tell us that person or interest, 19 million, you say person or interest, we get no result. You hear it, all the government with me. Today, 300 million person or interest, no. You know that the brigade general, they can come from the Broad Street. You come and defend now. You see the disgrace that your government bring to you. You see the disgrace that the police director and the justice minister bring to the government. The embarrassment. The whole world they are convinced that you were bringing drugs on my president. We are that you were having a drug cartel today for exposure today the press conference, and the people are convinced that the drugs are on president. We are that the European government were breaking the drugs that the cartel today. The press conference that they have today, that they arrested 2 West that they're coming telling all that people are interest. You say nothing million, you have people are interest today. Nobody are prosecuted, nobody are arrested for the case. Today, 380 million is shooting on your leg. Liberia and know that you don't want breaking the drug. Come turn it to the national president. We have return and we have cancer to power. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move to the next line. Somebody is right here with us. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Towa.
I'm okay. How you doing? It's good to have you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Liva Cindy, and I'm phoning from Chicken Paper this evening, the proud member of Concerned Liberian for Justice. Well,
okay.
The issue of the cooking, there is not different shipment.
This is part of the cooking I've been here from day one. We've been talking about. You know, most often when we come on the show and say the doctor is here, the cooking is in the country, more than 500 million people were taking it that we're just saying it because we are giving President Baka a compliment. No, but he has told me. Every now and then, the police director will tell different things. The justice minister will come on. But you know, the justice minister and the police director, they are embarrassment to the country, my brother. I listened to the justice minister. He said, there you go. Yeah, Mr. Minister. Yes, the cartel, if you were bidding at the time when you were bringing those small ones, then you said our president, we are time at it. The president, we are bringing the drugs. Yeah, at that time you were bidding the cartel. So when you say, hey, we agree, they are now grown now, so you're dealing with cocaine. And just play all around the country, not rather here. Some are stay here. Don't be surprised tomorrow again when they start bringing all of more than 400 to 500 million worth of drugs. I mean, cooking from various communities. The drugs are here. They got it here. They both. But they just carrying on. Why would you tell us that define these guys are not suspect? Hey man, is that the kind of country? Is that the kind of country some of our parents that die for the war because they want democracy in the country? That's what they care our parents for. To be cartoon on here because somebody is in power and can't get 142-year-old experience according to them, and they get turning here around here that's going on cartoon. No, we are in serious trouble. Yeah, we are in mess. No, but the only thing I will say here, if they continue to play with us, they're not drunk. Please, you know you take the issue of cocaine, you bombing shit and all the sea because of cocaine. I want to too much here. And we can't get results. We can pick everybody on China to America and kill all of them, including the president. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. Too many calls coming in this evening, but folks, this too. And like we always say, this too is Liberia. This is the situation. We talking about selective justice. Selective justice everywhere. You know, some people have preferential treatment, while the others will have, you know, degrading, inhumane treatment. And of course, they commit the same offense, the same crime. But you listen to the Justice Minister, Oswald Tuer, talking about the Dawson property used in the operation and the vehicle used as well to transport the drugs will be confiscated. Why didn't it happen and in relation to the 19 million drug? It didn't happen. It wasn't like that. Why? Is it selective justice? Because there was a vehicle that transported the 6 boxes to the airport. Why the government did not confiscate that particular vehicle that transported the boxes to the airport? What happened to Paul Parkins' house? What happened to Parkins' house? Why? Up to present. Why? The previous press conference that was held, why the Justice Minister didn't mention that they were going to confiscate Parkins' house? And almost everything they're talking about, 2023, you're talking about, and the 2023 drug law, who are in power was George Weah. And so those were means George Weah was actually fighting drugs based on the kind of legislation that was enacted on his authority as president of this republic, making it non-bailable crime in a republic was George Weah. 12 years, the very United Party people were there. Drug crime was bailable. You used to go, they catch you with cocaine, whatever drug they catch you with. Yeah, somebody will stay in a bomb. George Weah came and said no. So it's not a surprise. Anyway, and the fight today, Oswald Tuer, the Justice Minister, is mentioning that 2023 Act. Yes, the 2023, the Amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023. It was George Weah. So this is our country. We just need to keep praying for this country. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Nito.
Hello.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, Nito, hello.
I'm getting you. Are you getting me? I'm getting you. Yes. Hello. How you doing?
Are you getting me clearly?
Very clear, crystal clear.
Okay, thank you very much. This is our David Samuel from the legacy of former President Weah called Omega Maki and the proud member of Concerned Librarian for Justice. Nito, you see this government, this government has become like a market door. No matter how you beat it, it does not want to understand. But we won't give up beating this particular government. We will continue to beat it with voice. We will continue to beat it by means of document that will write to send it all around the world to the American embassy, to the American State Department, to the European world, telling them that this country has been reduced to a transfer point under this regime. We need to start doing it now. Because the government doesn't want to understand. No matter what they are protest, they are the ones that impunity. Even you take your protest to the general petition, there will be no redress. So we need to start putting pen to paper now to inform the whole world. Even like when abroad, let it be bold. It shouldn't be a threat. Let it tell the outside world that their country is a transfer point under this regime. Yes? Because the government doesn't want to listen. They're not protecting the state. They're not protecting the state. I'm concerned about after they accept yes. You see, they are let the country vulnerable. It's very bad. So now one girl will take the internet, will inform the whole world day after day.
Certainly,
so
right.
Unreasonable guys from Washington who always coming in defense of this government. See what it's doing now. You see, they're gonna disgrace our country, our country.
You're right. Certainly.
Disgrace. It's very bad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You're right. We got to stand up for our country. Things I said in the falling apart. We got to stand up, folks. Is that Liberia gradually turned into a narco? We saw what happened in Venezuela when Nicolas Maduro, the then president, was arrested by justice and the army. To be very, it's really alarming. In our country, the influx of drugs, most especially huge quantity, is alarming for our country, folks. Now, as it stands, the entire world is looking at Liberia. Liberia is now on the world stage, not for good thing, but for bad thing, for drugs, hardcore drugs, one after another. The arrest in succession, one after another. So in less than a month, we're talking about almost 500 million. That's $500 million United States that are worth for you. In small country, a country with approximately 5.8 million people. Let's run it up to 6 million. Then you're talking about that kind of huge quantity of drugs in the country is alarming. We got to stand up. Let's go to the women's side. Hello.
Good evening, Little. I thank you. I want to say one thing to the American, please.
Yes.
I want to say $100 million tonight to call U.S. government, American government, Donald Trump. I want to appeal to so we got to see the last week Friday. It's just business. That Donald Trump come and tell Joseph Boakai, oh hey, the country has damaged it. 19 million we're going to see after that 2 days. This country is billion. That today they say person or interest. Person or interest. We're going to see the government. Donald Trump, then he comes and they go for our way. Or else, when the law is low, they go for our way. That for now, they will see bullet flyer for drugs. All when it comes, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we'll take a few more. Let's move to the next line. This person is right here. Back to the women's line. Hello.
Yeah, I need you. I'm away. I called this morning. What is the I want to say? This nation where the people are playing, go all over Africa and found no place to rest. It come back to Liberia. It found Liberia to rest. That are Liberia upon a drug trafficking, processing drugs in this nation. Christopolis, city of Christ, the land of Christ. Oh God of evil, God of heaven and earth, arrive into our nation, Liberia, and destroy these witches and wizards in our nation. You say from the day of John the Baptist, the children suffer violence taken by force. Lord, uproot them in our nation. Liberians, wake up. Wake up. This is the hour of this witches and wizards in our nation. Enough is enough.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll take a few more calls. Let's move to this line. Somebody is right here with us. Hello. Hello, can you get me? Hello. Hello. Oh yes, this person slipped off the line. And hello. Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, my brother AB.
Good evening. What's your name? Go ahead.
I'm Herman Buchanan Smith, Jr. AB, let me say thank you for the brilliant topic like you always giving to the Liberian people to give their input. Let me say to the Liberian people, you know, for Liberia, I'm highly disappointed in this government. They call rescue government. They say they come to rescue. This government have not come to rescue. This government come to kill the Liberian people today. Just imagine what this 19 million judge just a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Then we have just got another one again that people giving different figure. Giving that one, the other person giving that one. What is it? The government that will say they can't rescue? You know, this country is too big for this government. The only thing I need to ask each and every one, we are sharing, CD share, everybody need to stand up, turn to now and see how best we can afford this government with our angle. This protest cannot make the people to listen to all, turn to another, or see how best we can go to the ballot bar to see how best we can take the people. Because the people not come to rescue the Liberian people, they come to kill us. How international people will take this country to be? Small country than Liberia. Every time they're talking about George. Nothing who coming from Liberia, only Baba Tine. So let's see how best we can put our head together to see how best we can take the government on now. Thank you for the opportunity, AB.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We can take 2 more calls if we can. Then we call it a day on this presentation. But folks, this is our country. Like we will always say, oh yes. And anyone else who said that, definitely this is our country. All we can do is for all of us to fight, to keep fighting for our country. Too many things happen in the country. The country is not stable. The country is unstable. Things are tough. The economy has collapsed. The government is drowning. The government is disorganized currently as we speak. The government is drowning to the extent no one is there. The government is waiting for somebody to help, and no one is coming to the aid of the government. This is the kind of government that was brought to power. And everything they promised the Liberian people, nothing, absolutely nothing they have done. And like we always say, when we continue to sit supinely, it will appear as though, everything is okay in the country. Because when people are not speaking out, people are not taking actions, then it will appear that, yeah, the government is proceeding rightly. So that's why the people are quiet. Then somebody will say silence may consent. But not all silence means consent. Sometimes people just decide not to speak out. Sometimes people are fed up. They just say, oh, that's the people's team. Anything they want to do. Because they are frustrated. They've been frustrated over the years. They are giving up on their country. And that's the last thing to do, to ever give up. Because if anything happens in this country, it will not be about this person, that person. Everybody is going to feel the pinch. Not a one person, not 2 person, everybody. You will feel it. The economy is bad. All of we are feeling it. If you go say nobody buying, not one person feeling it, all of us. Directly or indirectly, you're feeling it. No jobs. All of us, we are feeling it, not one person. So you gotta fight. You gotta make effort. You gotta fight to face it. You gotta fight to face it. It's not easy, it's tough. Things are very, very tough, and things are going off here. Like the title of the novel, things fall apart, and certainly that's the reality on grounds here in Liberia. Things have fallen apart, and that's why the center can no longer hold. The center has broken completely. Nothing. All you can hear in our country now, everywhere you go now, as a Liberian, You are being stigmatized. Why are you stigmatized? Because under the watch of the United Party government, huge quantity of drugs continue to come in the country. Where these drugs are coming from, nobody knows. Is it the airport, the seaport? Are they coming by roads? Are they different border entries? We don't know. Very huge. You're talking about cocaine, huge quantity. You're talking about 3,971 kilograms. 3,971 kilograms of drugs that were arrested at Douala. Imagine that. This small country. Somebody will say, where the hell are they coming from? They're big there. Where are they coming from? You know the kind of message it sends? It sends a very bad message that yes, Liberia is a transit point. Liberia has become a hub for drugs. Liberia is now supplying other countries. You know, that is bad. That is bad. Because it sends a bad image of our country. And it affects all of us. It affects all of us. Oh, Liberia is supplying countries with cocaine is bad. That's bad repetition. And the consequential effect, we all bear. We will all feel it. The consequential effect, we have to go through it. And we are not, we will. In fact, I'm not using the future. We are currently going through the consequential effect. We are currently going through it, folks. We got to keep fighting and praying for our country. This is the only country we have. So no matter how bad the system is, or no matter how bad the system could be, but we wouldn't give up. It would not give up. We just got to keep fighting, folks. We got to keep fighting for our country. We certainly got to keep fighting. Folks, that's all the time we have to be here. Yeah, like the dad saying, Mr. Slobert, Mr. Perez Slobert, like, yeah, yes, you're right, Mr. Slobert, you're right, 100%. Yes. So the whole Azibo, so that you did the cocaine political party Azibo, not developmental Azibo. Yeah, Daddy, you're right. Daddy, Mr. Slobert. Yes, you need to take cocaine political party Azibo. So who knows what happens? I don't know. Somebody say no sound. The sound has gone. So yes, I think the sound is okay. Yeah, I think yeah. So yeah. So just let me know when the sound is okay. Mark, he's saying that the sound, there's no sound. So I think we have improved on the sound quality. I think it's okay now. It's much better. Yes. But folks, that's all we can say, and we can't just give up. We shouldn't give up on our country. We got to keep fighting for our country. We got to keep fighting for the forward march of our country. We never know. We never tell what's going to happen in the coming weeks. Because the fact that these things are happening in succession, it clearly tells you that, there are still huge quantities of these drugs in the country. They are still stockpiled, influx. They're still being packed all places, not one area. Not one area. Just in one house. That kind of quantity. Just in one house. One house. Imagine in one house. Look at the kind of huge quantity that were confiscated. So imagine, maybe in the coming weeks, there could be another, arrest. Who knows? Perhaps in the coming weeks or in the coming months, there could be other arrests. We got to keep praying for our country. That's all I can say. We just have to keep praying for our country. And we got to do it together. We certainly got to do it together. We got to stand. We got to stand for our rights. Nobody will do it for us. We got to do it for ourselves. To stand up for our rights. We got to do it together. We got to keep praying for our country, because Liberia has turned into something else. This is not the kind of Liberia we envisage. This is not certainly the kind of Liberia we thought we would have seen. With all of what that was said by the UP folks, and today we can now bow, we can now bury our heads in shame. Not even us, because we stood up for the right decision. But democracy is about majority. You could vote for the right person. Once you don't meet the numbers, once you don't get the number, it's about the numbers. So they say majority carry the rule. That's democracy. It doesn't mean when you are in majority that any decision you make is right, is correct. Majority does not mean sensibility. No. But that's what democracy says. The majority carry the rule. One more, plenty of people. The general are voting for something. And one party carry the highest number. Yes, you take it there. But it doesn't mean that those people who went on our side, because they have the numbers, it doesn't mean that their decision is 100% okay. Yeah, it doesn't mean. So for that's all the time we have to be here with you. Thanks ever so much for your time. Thanks to the legal luminary, the epitome, like I always say, the epitome of knowledge, the Anthony at law, Abraham Garcent William. Letitia Light is always there. And that's why I feel sometimes I feel so proud. Yes, whenever I sit in gallery, people say, "Oh, they don't." Yes, it's so close to ABA. Yes, I feel relief in my spirit that yes, today I'm proudly associated with one of Liberia's best patriotic citizens. So I feel happy. Sometimes I go out, I feel proud. Yes, yes. With the fact that I even know AB, because once you're associated with that name AB, it means you are associated with somebody with integrity. Not people who are belly driven, not people who can fall for anything. No. So that's why, you know, like, and we will certainly continue to be grateful to you, because even by taking up your time, by even keeping it in your prayers, because yeah, had it not been your prayers, we wouldn't have reached this far. It's because of those prayers that you continue to offer on a daily basis that keeping us where we are today, that even keeping AB strong, to have the strength to come here every day, to sit here, to go to court, leave the court, and still come here to educate you, provide information to you. It's quite welcome. And because of your prayers, because of those prayers that you continue to offer for AB, and let's keep praying for him, because these are people who are directing the path of our country. Yes. So that's all the time we have to be here. Tomorrow, Thursday, the Antonia Law again will be here. Anthony Abraham Garcent William will be here again with another splendid edition of the program, Face the Issues. Until then, my name is Newton Topa. Have yourself a pleasant good night. Bye-bye.